Hello everyone and welcome back to Mentos Plays Our Darker Purpose. My apologies for the lack of uploads the past couple days. My backlog ran out. I was planning on recording more on Friday, but then I was up pretty much all night. I got about 2 hours of sleep because of Bananasaurus Rex's world record Splunky score run. So I was very tired that day. Ended up being too tired to actually get a recording done. And then yesterday I ended up oversleeping by a massive amount, making up for that lack of sleep, and that resulted in me not recording yesterday either. So let's jump in here instead. As you can see, I have an extra class period unlock, which I currently have set up to give us 3 extra rooms per floor. While I was off camera, I did a run to practice in which things went pretty much the best they have ever gone for me in this game. Up until I was trying to get a Leafy Oversights achievement, which is extremely difficult because he gets almost undodgeable the more of those spores he gets back. But up until the point when I was going for that, I actually had pretty much never used a juice box up until Reagan. What else was there? I got a Goneral's achievement for beating her before any of the buildings are destroyed. I easily managed to pull that one off without pretty much any risk to myself. I think I got a couple other achievements as well. So I had a really good run, but of course it was off camera, so I don't have any copy of it. But yeah, it was certainly one of those things where, I was playing around, just doing things to try to get some stuff done, and I actually did get many things done. So I can't complain about how that went, although I am disappointed that such a good run wasn't on camera. But we do have an extra class period now, so our floors are a little bit bigger. Of course, that could be a detriment to us because that's more chances to get hurt, but it could also be a benefit because it means more chances for champion spawns, for treasure rooms, all that kind of stuff. And so we're going to try to hopefully make some good things happen with that. I was going to do something else, but with the number of classes I had available, there just wasn't anything that seemed like as good of a decision. So we did take one hit there, but we got the Gourmet Turtle, which is 10% resist for us, which isn't a bad thing. Our boss room is over this way. We'll remember that. We aren't going to go to the boss just yet. It's a little bit early for that. But we do want to kill these bubble men and then continue to explore. Oh, I rolled right through them. Plus 50 life, we're going to go plus 5 damage. Enemy is more likely to drop stuff. Let's see, we have 11 tokens. I could get my manuscripts. I could save up for merit slippers if possible. We'll see what we're going to do. For right now, we're going to explore the rest of this floor. Okay, so there are a lot of these spiky balls. We got a couple of coins. Yep. Oh. Well, you know what? I might as well use a juice box there. There was an extra one laying around, and it was it wasn't that bad of a situation to use one. So let's go try to kill off these things. Oop. There was no way for me to avoid that. Well, there was a way for me to avoid it, I just didn't do it, and now we are down 10 health. This room is going poorly. This isn't exactly a hard room. I don't know why it's going poorly, but regardless, we are through it. Let's collect our spoils and get out of here. Okay, so now we have a choice. Do we want to get my manuscript? Do we want to get the slippers? Do we want to... Actually, I don't think we're going to have quite enough for the slippers. Well, we could try to see what we can do. We do. 18 straight kills without using juice awards plus 15% dodge. I'm going to go for it. I noticed that one of the things that went really well for me along the run that I was talking about was that I tended to be focusing on more things to improve my abilities instead of my survivability. So, focusing more on damage than health like I did in that first upgrade of the run. Stuff like that. I do believe that this guy's spawns count for our kills without using juice. So we could kind of farm this guy, which wouldn't be too much of a risk, and would essentially give us the ability to get our stuff knocked out before we leave the first floor. Oops, took a hit. I'm not too threatened by his attack. Honestly, the boss itself isn't pretty much any bit of a risk, unless you play it really sloppily. Oop. Taking another hit. We are getting closer to that range. We're at 8. Of course, we can put him in a position where we can kill him easily. There we go. Now, are you gonna spawn more guys, or is that done now that you're at a lower health? Did I mess something up here? Oh, there we go. There's some more enemies for me. That was a very, very tight dodge. Let us wait for this to go down. Now we're gonna go after this jack thrower. Oh my god. And I take damage, of course, because I am playing poorly, because I am on camera. What else is new? Oh, come on. Thank you. Now, if I recall correctly, usually the bosses don't count in the merit item achievements. So we're up to 13. We need 5 more. This will give us 4. Oh. $17, we just need 1 more. And we're gonna get a couple of trash cans that should make that easy enough to get. Good. Now with our 18 kills sealed up, we can move on. We did take some damage there going for that, but go away, Norden thing. I thought I turned you off. And there we go. Too small or regular? We're just gonna go regular. Yeah, I know, you're gonna fire me as soon as you can see me. I know how it works. We could just take this guy out almost completely safely until I destroy that, excuse me, train by accident. And there was a patch just yesterday which changed up a few things. Of course you can check out the patch notes on that on Steam, but there have definitely been some changes, not the least of which being that move speed is, or base move speed is a little bit increased, and the base roll speed is a little bit decreased. Oh, I thought I had it. Oh. Come on. Just die. Thank you. Sudsy's ice tray is not a bad item to get. There we go. I'm going to wait on picking that up until the fire is not surrounding it, because there's no use taking damage to pick up an item that you can do at any time. Plus 25 life, and juice boxes permanently increase health by 4, sure. That not only puts us immediately in a little bit better of a position, but it also long term puts us in a much better position. Especially if we can get the plus 1 life perk, we can end up in a very good position. We get our rose nice and easily. The rose is an item that I don't particularly enjoy getting because it does not really help you out all that often. A good portion of the enemies in this game do attack with ranged attacks, and so there's not really much to be said about doing thorns damage. I mean, it does help you out at times, and there are some things like the Cauldron of Yesterdayers that when you have the thorns effect, may have situations that are made much easier by having it, but it's certainly not the kind of item that I would want to get. It's just one that has a couple of nice benefits versus a whole lot of not that usefulness. Should also add that it has been a couple days since I have played this game now, due to aforementioned lack of sleep. But, hopefully I will be able to do well. Obviously things aren't going great so far, but things can turn around quite easily in this game. So over here we got a juice box as well as some slimes to kill. Kind of want to use that juice box, but I kind of want to wait till later in the floor to make sure that I'm not going to get a disquieting drought or anything. Obviously there is only that one room over there, so our boss has to be attached to this path. We can kill the bubble dudes easily. Okay. And then just finish off these guys. Okay, we are going to get a decent amount of money, so we are going to be able to buy some, well, not necessarily any items, but definitely at least a juice box or juice box empowerment. We've definitely got more than enough for that. Get away from me, fire. We aren't going to go to the boss just yet. We want to find our vending machine and everything first. Let's go, Mr. Trash Can. Easy enough. And there's the vending machine. Oh, I really wish we had 5 more coins. Okay, here's the plan. Excuse me, my apologies. The plan is to try to beat this boss without using a juice box, and hopefully we'll get a level up that'll allow us to get a little bit more money. Because the knapsack is hugely beneficial to get, especially at this early in the game, to boost up your juice box capacity like that. So we're going to try to see if we can pull off something that lets us get it. Apparently I hit him somehow. Not sure how, but apparently I did. So we're just gonna hang out here and take some stupid damage. And other than that, just try to fire away at this dude and get rid of him. There we go. That was kind of interesting. I actually hit the middle block of that because it spawned in while I had a shot out. Come on, just die already. Hate you, game. There we go. My perk loadout makes this guy pretty easy to fight. Of course, I am still taking an absurd amount of damage, but... God. Just a little bit more. Oh, come on, I have to do another maze. And there. Jeez. And we did not get a level up, so I ran that risk rather foolishly. So what we're going to do is buy Disquieting Drought. We're going to pop a juice box for 25 health now instead of 20. Go grab this other one and then move onwards. So not in the best of positions right now, not at all. 37 health. We do have 5 juice boxes, but those only really matter if you have sustainability. I don't know why my voice is acting up so much today. Gluttonous, underlit, or well-stocked. Gluttonous it is. This could help us get back to approximately full health. Oh, okay, that was a dodge. That was good. And there are merit slippers coming in handy. Of course, got to be a little bit careful over here because our attacks can set off this little machine, and that can get us hurt if we are too close. So much stupid damage. No, get back here. Fine, I'll kill you that way. Come on. No, I want you dead. Stop running away from me! This enemy has become evil. There we go. Thank you. You finally walk in front of my blast for long enough for me to hit you. Of course, the one thing that you have to be kind of cautious with the champion jack throwers is that you need to make sure to not kill them by a wall, because they do surround their item in the caltrop/jacks when they die, and if they're by a wall, that can block off the open area that is left for it. I don't really care which of you dies first, in all honesty. We're gonna pop another juice box since we got another one right there. Honestly, these are one of the more annoying early game enemies to fight. But, dead. Oh, I shouldn't have used my juice box yet. Of course that's what she would drop. Of course it is. Oops. And that guy is dead as well. Oh my god, rolled right over the jacks. Stand still and let me kill you. We all know how this is going to end up. You're going to be dead, I'm going to be alive, and everyone is going to be happy except for you. Plus 25 life, restore 2% health when pick up tokens, or plus 5 damage and using chalk increases. We're going to do the life because the alternate side of that perk, picking up coins returning life, is actually really good from a survivability standpoint. And you do need to balance out your survivability with your attack power a bit. Going straight up for the most offense possible isn't necessarily going to get you anywhere fast, but if you can mix them up well, you're going to be in decent shape. Let's head down to the right here. I really wanted to get rid of that before the fire started, because we didn't start the fire. Okay, let's avoid these attacks. We got a juice box, we can use one right here. Yes! Killed it before it respawned its fire. Yeah, that's right. Can't touch this. Okay, so this is a little bit more difficult of a room to navigate. Of course, we had one just like it not too long ago. We got all but one of the furnaces destroyed. Didn't quite get there in time. And now we start getting some life back from these. We got 4 coins, can't afford anything even close. We still do have quite a bit of floor left here. This is the 3rd floor, so it's not gone roll, but it is, you know, still a boss that we need to be somewhat wary of. I did actually skip a room that I didn't notice there. I'll have to go back to that when we get back there. My apologies for my voice being kind of annoying right now. I don't know why that's the case, but that's what it's doing. Okay, let's get this guy taken down. And then Mr. Trash Can. And on we go. Come on. Someone get within range of me hitting you. Thank you. Things would be much easier if I could take these two out, but they just keep avoiding my attacks well. So we got a juice box, we can use that to get up a little bit higher on health, and oh, we got 2 more juice boxes. We might actually leave this floor pretty close to full health. And that's including the fact that our health is increasing for every juice box we use. Yeah, that was the other one that I got done, was I got the use a juice box to heal 1 health. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Of course, right now it is to our benefit to use every juice box we come across, whether we need health or not, since we're going to be getting maximum health up when we do. Let's take this one out nice and quickly. And this is just a furnace down here. We are relatively safe from everything but the fire, so we can take that out before it has a chance to do anything. And now we don't have to deal with fire on this room. I would say that is a net positive, for sure. And up we go, another juice box. We aren't going to use it. I don't really feel like walking all the way back here, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that. We're up to 174 max health, and we have all of our health full, and we have 5 out of 5 juice boxes. Things are going well right now. That can all turn at the drop of a hat, but on the bright side, things at the moment are going well. We do have 6 coins. Is there anything that I want to purchase up here? You know what, we'll get another Vexing Vial. We'll increase our juice box's utility a little bit further even. And then we'll go fight our boss, who is the Candelabra, who could give me some trouble. I do kind of have a love-hate relationship with this boss in the sense that sometimes I fight him and I do very well. Sometimes I fight him and I just get destroyed. It would help if I was hitting him, to be honest. Oh, walked over some spikes, of course. Just do our best to... oh my god. Well, so much for being at full health. Oh my god! Why are you such a dick? Whew. So of course I went a little bit serious mode there since we were taking absurd amounts. I was taking absurd amounts of damage. We do have a memory room on this floor, so I will keep an eye out for where he is going. He obviously went down first. It's not an irrecoverable amount of damage, let's be honest here. It's just kind of a frustrating amount to take on what should be an easy boss. And as you can tell, when I kind of focused myself, I did do a lot better at avoiding damage. Still took some stupid hits, but did a lot better. So we're back up to 144, which is not a bad thing. Let's see where he goes from here. Oh god. Up from here, so we will remember that he's going to be either to the left or right of the starting room there. But for right now, we're going to clear out this bottom part. Oh god. I actually got hit by, and I actually dodged the damage of the confusion, but by getting in the cloud I still took the confusion itself. That's kind of a weird combo of effects. Not gonna complain because I quite enjoy the fact that I didn't take damage and just had to deal with confusion for a couple seconds, but Let's take this guy out nice and soon. There we go. What are you? 100% dodge on first attack every room. That is quite useful, honestly. I mean, I remember that we ran into that in the vending machine, I think, on one of our runs. Either that or it was on my off-camera run when I saw that in the vending machine. But, you know, it's not something that I would really pay for because, all things considered, one attack guaranteed to dodge doesn't help you all that much. But it is certainly something that, if I'm getting it for free, is a very useful item to get. We do get a little bit more chalk as well. Oh, that was a very good throw by that dude. Luckily we got our dodge chance to proc from our merit slippers. And that put us in a good position. There we go. I did not see which way Mr. Ghostman went. So, our memory room is either down and to the right, or it is to the left. No way to be sure of which yet, but hey, there's one chalk thrower down. Let's get rid of Chair Lady. Chair Lady can be very annoying. And then we can easily take out these last two chalk dudes. I do have to play it a little bit safe with my placement of myself here. Let's see, we have him dead. Let's trigger that hand. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go. Vending machine. We don't have any money, but I would like to get the gold star, which is only 8. Which I think we're going to be able to afford by the end of this floor, to be honest with you. I don't see any reason why we couldn't get up to 8 coins from 3. There's going to be an item in this room. Indeed there is. Let's clear out the mirrors and we get another juice box empowerment. If we get the one that, the doctor's note to make juice boxes 1.5 times effectiveness, we would be in very good shape right now in terms of health and survivability. Let's see now. This guy goes to the left from here, and this is going to give us enough coins to get that gold star, increase our crit chance. We could also keep an eye out and try to get the merit cut out, but I don't really like that one quite as much. What is it? It's resist for not dodging. Yeah. Or for not rolling, I mean. So let's get the gold star. Increase our crit chance is always a plus. And then we'll head off to this room on the right here. Which of course he's gonna go left. Knew that. Get out of here. That's where our Moonward Fortress is gonna be. So we will come back to there when we are ready for it. He is heading to the right now. Almost had him killed before that cloud reached me. Let's take care of this one as well. Minus 25 life adds an extra life. Or minus 20% attack speed plus 2 juice box capacity, extra life for sure. Not only do we have a lot of life, but we also have the ability to increase our maximum life. On the teachers. The professors at Edgewood were known only by letters. They did not appear to live inside the building, but no one ever saw them leave or enter. They were not unkind. Mr. L., Cordy's teacher, was so old that he needed to clutch at the blackboard as he staggered from the door to his desk. From there, however, he lectured thunderously, as if some obscure passage from literature was more than worth the final breaths left to his body. Cordy learned her love of reading from Mr. L. Occasionally, however, he would sit silently and stare out at the students, as if some mystery in their behavior puzzled him. "You know," he would say, "an idea is difficult to destroy, but perhaps a fragment of one is even more dangerous." So as you can see, I've already unlocked the achievement related to that piece of lore. Some coins in both of those are nice. We could use a juice box to get our max health raised up a bit more, but thank you, automatic dodge of first attack in the room. Oh. But yeah, we could use a juice box, but I don't want to use it when it's going to be not at its maximum efficiency, which it is nowhere near right now. I believe our juice boxes heal for 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, our juice boxes heal for 40 right now, which is much more than the 10 they would heal for if I took one right now. So, what we are instead going to do is fight the Moonward Fortress / Goneril. And then, oh, I did not know there were mirrors up there. No globe throwers. No. Now I got these 3. We could actually afford to empower our juice boxes even a little bit more if we wanted to by getting this floor, which is absurd. Oops, I thought I could squeeze through there. Oh well. There are a lot of coins back here. Okay, come on, destroy that chair, thank you. And let's go up here and collect all the sweet coins, and we leave 10 health below where we went in. I'm below max, exactly where we went in. So let's go fight the fortress before we go take that juice box and grab it. We do have 9 coins, so I will consider a trip to the vending machine before we go down there. Let's focus on taking out this building first. The longer we can go without taking a would-be hit, the better. Oh, there it goes. Of course, right as I say that, we end up running right into something. Get out of here. I just want to take this out, thank you. Oh my god. I still don't have a use item, which is a little bit unfortunate. But, so, I completely didn't even notice that there was a shot heading towards me, but I still managed to dodge it by pure luck of the RNG. Taking an absurd amount of damage right now. Let's pop one juice box. Oh my god. Stop that. Well, that was a crappy position to be in. Our damage is not where I would like it to be right now. This is taking us far too long to do enough damage to get this thing to stop spawning guys. And, okay, that should be good enough. Let's take out this globe now, finally. Although, honestly, given the way that I am having things attacking me, just kind of want to destroy anything. Let's draw the focus of their fire over here. Take some more absurdly bad damage. Now we just need to worry about these lower buildings real quick. God damn it, so much damage. I might end up trying the chalk Goneril, or the end of the fortress up there. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how things are going. Okay, so I did get a resist on that at least, and that one. So of course I rolled right through another shot. Okay, things are kind of starting to go better now. Of course, these things are annoying because they keep these clouds coming at you. They can be quite annoying to dodge when there is so much else going on as well. Just gotta finish off 2 more buildings and we are golden. I forgot about that. Technically the, oh, that one actually died as well. Technically the fortress doesn't do damage to you, so I could just stand there and attack it with my Thorns effect, which is kind of funny. Aha, Fortress Wound Ward, what now? You're gonna pop 1 more juice box, just to be safe as Gonrel spawns. Then our goal becomes to avoid her while taking out the rest of the fortress. Okay. Things are going well. Gotta avoid a couple more passes. And that jump means that the fortress is gone. Oh. Damn it. She just dodged all my chalk by jumping slightly off target of where I was expecting her to. She is very jumpy in this fight today, which is not exactly all that common. Okay. Let's take care of her nice and slowly. And pretty much the meta with Gonrel is to just walk until she gets close to you, roll in another direction because she follows you straight ahead, roll back into place, and rinse and repeat. Gonrel is not a hard boss on her own. If not for the fortress before, taking damage on Gonrel would be very, very difficult to not avoid. I mean, I occasionally take a hit from Gonrel herself, but it's not very common, to say the least, although I did just take one right there. She does a lot of damage, but the chances of actually getting hit by her attack are pretty low. Although again, as I talk about something being not that hard, I take absurd amounts of damage on it, because that's the way Let's Playing works. Anything you say can and will be proven false immediately. Come on! Okay, well on the bright side we do have a juice box to go pick up. We aren't that badly off on health. A gluttonous floor could be hugely useful, of course, but all things considered, we are doing okay. Could be a lot better, but let's come up here. We're going to decide what to do with this vending machine. So now with 9, I think I'm going to go with... I'm going to empower my juice boxes. I mean, with what we have, it's only 15 extra health, but we have more than enough to get to full health. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 45 health we heal now. So even with just 3 of them, we have more than enough to get everything. We've got 2 too small floors and an underlit floor, so we're going underlit. Too small is generally almost an objective negative, so I would rather avoid that. Oops. Didn't think that chair was going to hit me. Let's clear out our dodging paths in the room a little bit. Oops. Walked right back into that one. Okay. Let's clear her out. Nice and easy. You of course need to be a little bit careful with the fact that this is under lid. Nothing else in this room, so we got 6 HP, or 8 HP I think, from those two. And nothing else of benefit. Thank you for getting rid of that wardrobe. And then we can clear out those two guys. Clear out this lady. And come on, there we go. Get our 3 HP from that coin. We aren't quite at the enough max health to get 4 out of that. It won't take us much, we just have to be a little bit closer to 200 than we are to 150. And of course we do have to remember that we have an extra life, so when we die the run is not over. Apple Experiment, not an item that I would particularly want to pick up, but it's not a bad item either. It's just very situationally useful. Let's take out Mr. Chalkman. Makes this other one a little bit easier. And done. There's our vending machine. Sextant is kind of interesting, but I don't know if it's something that I'm really interested in. Let's buy a juice box. And we'll consider buying more later when we know how much money we're going to have at the end of the floor. Let's head over and down next. There's another juice box. We're getting to a point where we could consider trying to use one of them to get ourselves a little bit higher in health. Obviously, the longer we can hold on to that extra life, the better. The one thing that I would really like to do is make it to, or start getting some items that are going to help us from an offense perspective. Because right now we're doing really good from the survivability / defense perspective, but from the killing things and damage one, we have like nothing going for us. Yep. Just got out of the way of that guy. Go ahead, destroy the bed, I don't care. And my Sudsy Ice Spike was the thing that killed him in the long run. Let's take out this dude. But yeah, outside of that one critical hit increaser in the way of the gold star, most of our items are things that are going to help us, or in Sudsy's Ice Tray, most of our items are more of a survivability thing than a versatility thing. So I'm not too hyped with where we're at item wise right now. I do think that we can make things work, but I don't think that it's going to be all that simple. Ooh, there is a wardrobe in this room. I was going to say it's up here in the left corner, right? One down and 2 down, and we get some chalk out of it. Not the best thing to pick up, but not a bad thing either. So now we just gotta deal with the chair throwers and one chalk dude. Of course, the chalk guys are much easier to kill than the chair ladies, but it is also not necessarily the easiest thing to avoid. There we go. Another one of these dudes. We brought some friends along this time. And we do have a little bit of limited movement ability in this room, but nothing too serious. Plus 50 life or plus 10 move speed and plus 1 damage for each Edgewood token in possession. You know, I'm going to go plus 50 life. I know I said that I wanted to kind of branch out from that a little bit. Okay, game, I think I can survive in this room for as long as you want me to. Oh, that was kind of a dickish chest placement. Well, we got a little bit more range, which... Oh, I did not mean to go into the boss here. Obviously, our achievement for this guy is to kill him without taking damage. But that's not necessarily the easiest done thing. Oh, there goes our one free dodge. And there goes our first bit of damage for the room. Oh my god. Let's do our best to keep damaging him between stints where he opens up. Oh my god. There was no way I could get out of that. It just fills the room so much with these things. Again, there was no way I could avoid that. It was either get hit by the stool from trying to get past it, or get hit by it while standing there. Yeah, I really dislike this boss. This boss is kind of a major jerk. Pop a juice box, get our 45 HP up. Oh, come on! I really feel like the only way to beat this boss is to, without taking damage, is to spam him with chalk. Which we obviously were not able to, and to have some pure luck in terms of not having him happen to drag things over you when he refills himself. Come on, you need to die. Oh my god. This is so annoying. Die, please, just die, for the love of God. For the love of Helix Fossil. Oh, man. Well, so much for things going well for us at the moment. Well, I have kind of, like, trapped those guys over there. That's a plus. I can focus on the dudes who are actually going to have a chance of damaging me. Thank you. Here we go. Let's go. It's your turn now. You can all die. Okay. So yeah, I did realize what was meant by the Leafy Oversight achievement when I was playing off camera. And let's just say that it definitely makes things a lot more difficult. If you have not tried to get that achievement or don't know how exactly it works yet, so you haven't been able to actually see the effects of it and what makes it such a challenge, it makes the boss about 1,000 times harder. You know, my first time fighting him, we got through without ever having a spore return to him, which is what gives you the achievement, is letting 6 of them go back. But the more that you do, the more shots that he fires, and eventually gets to a point where the arc of his shots pretty much takes up the entire screen, which makes it very, very difficult to avoid his attacks, to do any kind of damage to him at all, nonetheless to have a chance of beating him. We're going to buy another juice box, play it safe. And then we will head back all the way over here to the boss room. And we're going to hope for a good choice of floors next run, because this one we had a kind of crappy draw of things. And we had underlit or too small floor were only actual options. I forgot that not all rooms connect. Okay, let's go this way. But yeah, I mean, this floor we didn't really have any good choices for what items to, for what floor to go to. So that's not such a good thing. Sensitive capillaries or sensitive wound warts, we're going to go sensitive wound warts, it's easier. And they have the same credit reward. I know those things didn't spawn anything, but I might as well kill them to be safe. And dead. Sensitive floors do have a little bit of risk reward, but by and large I feel like I do more than enough damage to account for the extra damage I'm taking, to the point where I kill things faster and take less damage anyway, despite the fact that if I do get hit I'm taking more. So I like the fact that we had the choice of and that we could go to a sensitive floor. I did also get the achievement while off camera for beating a sensitive floor while having the severity lesson active, so that one wasn't too hard to get. What are you? Increase light radius? No, that's Bunsen burger. Attacks may light things on fire. I like that one. That is much better than what I thought it was. It's always a sign of not having great damage when you're on a sensitive floor just before the floor that Regan is on, and it's still taking you several hits to kill anything. Let's get rid of those. Get rid of the wardrobe. No. Yes. But yeah, when it's still taking you several hits to kill like tier 1 enemies, when you're on a floor this late, you know that you haven't gotten the best in terms of the item and perk department. We're getting 5 HP back per coin now. I really want the smiley face and the drought and the juice box. It's a tough decision, it is. We're gonna hang on for a bit, see how many coins we end up with. There's one more. And we can finish this dude off. Go get that coin, heal up for 5. Take out this guy first, and then this guy. Good. Nothing else going on in there, so move on. Over here we've got a chest room, which has a bunch of jack throwers. We are used to this room. It's not such a bad one, especially when you can destroy the mirrors. And especially when there's no champion in it. Okay, let's just clear out these things. Clear out the jack throwers. Oh, that was my first would-be damage of the room, so of course I dodge it. That's actually a very useful item, better than I gave it credit for, because there are a lot of rooms where it does take a while to take damage and you would only take like one hit throughout the way that you play the room. And it does come in handy in those cases. Let me get a drink real quick while we wait for these to disappear. Oh. Of course, right when I open it. And we get the doctor's note, which I asked for earlier. And since we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that means that we're going to have 45 plus 22.5, 23. So we're going to get 68 health per juice box filled up, which is very, very good. We also have 6 tokens. We're getting closer to getting the smiley face. which is my item of choice for that vending machine up there. Increased crit chance would help with the damage problems I talked about. And of course, just get rid of that off the top, get rid of that. Okay, now this room is pretty easy, although I did miss one mirror. But I did get a dodge off of it, so no big deal. As long as I don't take a hit in this room. That was worth it. Indeed it was, and up we go. Ooh, there's a coin over here I didn't notice. Despite not having used the juice box in a while, we are actually inching closer to full health. I forget, was it 8 or 10 for the smiley face? I want to say it was 10, but 8 also sounds right. Okay. This room is not bad at all. In fact, this is a very easy room given the items that we have. Anything going on in here? Doesn't seem to be. And over this way. Good. Bunsen burner doing good work for us. Oh, it didn't activate once on that one. I really wish there was a way to get rid of those bouncing spiky globes. I thought I saw a room off the right side here, I guess not. So we might as well fight our boss. See what we get for that. And it's the Virtuoso, who, being that this is a sensitive floor, is not all that scary. I mean, the boss itself is never all that scary, it's just a matter of it is a very slow fight, but it will be sped up a lot by the fact that we're doing significantly more damage to him than we would normally be doing. And of course we have the Bunsen burner to jump in and do some extra work for us occasionally. Let's get our way over here. And we do have our first hit dodge still, so we can get hit once without being too concerned. Okay, let's just keep pounding away at him between strikes. Don't get confused, because that makes things confusing. Haha, get it? That's the worst pun I've ever made. Okay, and out of the way. That was actually rather close to getting a hit, but nice try, Virtuoso. And there goes my dodge, my 100% dodge, which was to be expected at some point later in the fight when I was trying to avoid the musical notes. Yep, that was really close in many respects, but boss is dead. And now we head off to that there vending machine to see what exactly we want to do there. I know I want to at least get something from it, but I was really hoping to get this enough for the smiley face sticker. So we're going to kind of play it careful in terms of exploring these rooms a bit, seeing if we can find any coins that we missed. We aren't going to go out of our way to look for them, but in the rooms that we pass through, we will check. Nothing going on down there, nothing up here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that we don't have any way to get it. We would have needed 3 coins anyway. Let's empower our juice boxes again. We're in good shape, and that should bring them up to, I believe, 50 health per, which is 75 with our doctor's note. So that is very good. And other than that, we're going to just head back down to this boss room and move on to Regan's floor, where I don't foresee us not being victorious. You know, we've got, at the moment going into it, like over 310 health, so we're in good shape to start with at the very least. Oops. The downside is, again, we don't have very much in the way of damage. When Bunsen Burners procs, we do some good stuff, but let's take these two out before we worry about the plants up there. Wait till they fire. Then go up and maybe kill one before they start firing. Yep, just barely. Takes me 7 hits to kill one of those flowers. Eight hits if I only get one. A little bit more attack speed, a little bit more chance of another, and a chance of an extra champion. I'm taking it. But yeah, it's a little bit more hits if I don't get more than one critical, apparently. So that's not good. I mean, we just aren't equipped damage-wise to deal with these floors. We've got enough health where we're going to make it through, I would think. But we are not equipped damage-wise to handle the enemies that we're going to be facing here and in Chapter 3. So we could really use some upgrades to that front. If we get Goneril's Mallet, I would be happy. We got some more range. I guess that's not the worst thing we could get. Preferably taking these ones out first. They get a coin drop, which means a little bit of extra health. You know, I'll admit, like, generally speaking, when I'm playing games like this where you grow in terms of stats by items, this is kind of my most hated type of run. I've got survivability like crazy. I can survive very easily in terms of healing myself and everything, but when it comes to dealing damage and clearing out rooms, it's just a war of attrition. You know, like, it's the same thing when I'm playing Binding of Isaac. I can dodge damage like none other, and if I have the right setup, I can have this wonderfully tanky build, but it just gets so boring when you're standing around and fighting off enemies for so long without damage. Like, maybe it's just me who doesn't like the tanky builds as much, but I much prefer to get a high DPS build than a I can survive anything build. Glass Cannon definitely has an advantage over survivable tank. Of course, it doesn't hold true for all games I play. There are plenty where I do prefer the tankier builds. But in something like this or other such games, I don't know, there's just something about the rooms taking so long to clear that drives me a little bit insane. I think it's because I know that I can clear them quicker if I just had different items. And so I'm always like frustrated with the RNG, like, okay, so the only reason this room is taking me so long to clear out is because the RNG didn't cooperate and give me an item to make it quicker. There we go. Nope. Die. Thank you. Should move my map so I can get everything on screen, since this is a very strange floor layout. We've got like the world's biggest L. Couple coins means a little bit of health for us. Can use the apple experiment here if we need to avoid damage. Apparently even 7 isn't always enough to kill those things. Dead. I will say also from a commentary perspective, not having a lot of damage and just having a lot of survivability does not make for the best commentary. It's kind of like, well, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to, ooh, that is a chest that gets destroyed after a while. You know what? I would actually rather have the apple experiment. The goblet is a little bit more DPS, but if you recall, the enemies we're going to be facing anytime now who have the giant electrical balls, honestly, I think I would prefer to have something to get rid of those than something to deal a very, very small amount of passive damage. I know, damage that I have to keep an eye on. Let's take out this one, hopefully before it starts firing. Thank you. We have used up our dodge for this room, so we do have to be a little bit careful. And good. Let's go over to this direction. This is a very lopsided map. I am hoping we get another item. I'm not even sure what I want that would help me with the issues I'm having, but just nothing related to survivability, please. Oop. I could make use of the, like, I forget what the name of it is, but the mandrake-like thing. Since I automatically dodge an attack the first one I take any room, I could make use of that to do some extra damage at times. Let's pop a juice box, 75 healing. Very good. Come on, die. Thank you. Just go hang out behind here. Take out that one. And room is cleared. Still have not found the boss room yet. Die, you jerks. Okay, just making sure that that counts as projectiles. So one other thing with the apple experiment is it will be very useful on Regan, much more useful than the goblet would have been. It is something that is going to give us the ability to clear out the room a lot more, especially during that final phase where things get a little bit crazy. We are actually back to full health, surprisingly enough. That guaranteed dodge. I was going to say it's probably going to come in handy on this room. And so is the apple experiment. So, get rid of this flower before it fires, thank you. Would have gotten a little bit more health back if I was missing any health, because somehow, despite all odds, we are at full health right now. Like, this is actually a very good build, don't get me wrong. It's just a very slow moving build. I mean, if you look at the time, we're already at 1 hour and 9 minutes by the time that we're about to be fighting Regan soon. That is very slow. It is a very slow moving run, and that is part of the reason why it is a little bit less preferred. Wish I had one more. Do we have any rooms I haven't explored yet? Not a single one. So, I guess, yeah, we'll take the Vexing Vial. Let's go, Regan. This is probably going to go poorly, but we aren't going to die. And if we do die, we have a second life, and we aren't going to die twice, for sure. I do like her focus on fire here early. The electricity, not too much of concern. Using the apple as it seems wise. There goes our dodge. And a little bit of damage. And if you could just keep using fire almost exclusively, that would be cool. Oh, and then here come her clones. Things aren't going great, but they're not going poor. Managed to make it only one wave of fire that we had to deal with. It is of course a plus. Just look at how little damage I am doing to this boss. Got rid of a whole lot of stuff at once, and then still took damage. Let's do 83 healing now. I forgot that we got another vial. God, I just walked right along the path of that electricity because I didn't notice it. Okay, so when I use that when those are still in full form, they actually explode into their shards and end up being much more likely to hit me. Note to self. Okay. This is why I hate having low damage. We have no chalk either, so... we are all around. I am going to survive. It's just a matter of how many resources am I going to have to waste to do it because I am doing so little damage. There's just no chance to hit her. Oh my god! I just want to kill the boss. I just want to kill the boss. Is that so much to ask, game? I just want some damage up, for God's sake. Like, it's not like this boss fight is that super difficult. I mean, it's tough, but it's not that difficult. It's just a matter of I can't do enough damage in the brief chances I have to hit her to make it viable to get her killed before I take a ton of damage. I mean, there's enough going on where it's hard to get a chance to hit her when you're not doing any damage. That exacerbates the problem immensely. Come on. Come on. Let me hit her a couple more times. Come on. Come on, come on. Thank you. And with that, Chapter 2 is complete. So, we're at an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to call this episode quits, and we will be back on the next episode to hopefully turn things around in Chapter 3. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I apologize again for the lack of videos the past couple days. Hope you have a good one. Take care, everyone, and I will see you later. Have a good one, and talk to you next time.